Hey Emily, ever feel like every time you scroll through social media, it looks like you need to win the lottery just to take a decent vacation?
Oh, absolutely, Paul. It's all first-class flights, luxury resorts, and Michelin-star dining. It makes you think travel is exclusively for the ultra-wealthy, right?
Exactly. But what if I told you that traveling the world doesn't require winning the lottery, inheriting a fortune, or becoming a social media influencer? In fact, thousands of people explore incredible destinations every year on surprisingly small budgets. Some even spend less traveling the world than they would staying at home.
Now that sounds like my kind of travel. I mean, who wouldn't want to wander through the colorful streets of Lisbon, watch the sunrise over Bali, or taste authentic street food in Bangkok, all without draining their savings account? It sounds impossible, but I know it's not. I've done some of it myself.
The secret isn't earning more money, Emily. It's spending smarter. Today, we're going to show you exactly how ordinary people travel the world on a small budget using practical strategies that anyone can follow. These aren't unrealistic travel hacks or too good to be true tricks. They're real methods used by experienced travelers to reduce costs while maximizing unforgettable experiences.
And make sure you stay with us until the very end, because we'll share one mindset shift that can completely change the way you think about travel, and it may just be the biggest money-saving tip of all. Let's dive in!
So, as we just touched on, one of the biggest myths about travel is that it's only for wealthy people. We're constantly bombarded with images of luxury, making it seem like every vacation costs thousands.
But that's only one side of the coin, isn't it? The truth is, there are millions of budget travelers exploring the world every year. They're visiting the same countries, seeing the same famous landmarks, and creating unforgettable memories, often for a fraction of the price. It's not about giving up comfort, it's about smarter choices.
Absolutely. It's about prioritizing experiences over unnecessary luxury and really learning how to stretch every dollar. Whether you're dreaming of your first international trip or planning a long-term adventure, these strategies can definitely help make that dream a reality. So, where do we start?
Well, every successful budget trip begins before you even leave home, and it's with our first point. Start with a realistic travel budget. This isn't about asking, where do I want to go? But rather, what can I realistically spend without creating financial stress?
That's a fantastic distinction. And it's not just about flights and hotels. You really need to include every major expense: food, local transportation, attractions, travel insurance, an emergency fund, even shopping and souvenirs. Having a clear budget keeps you from overspending and helps you make better decisions throughout your trip. Remember, traveling should create memories, not debt.
Couldn't agree more. And once you have that budget sorted, our second point comes into play. Choose affordable destinations. This is huge, Paul. 1 week in an expensive destination can cost the same as an entire month somewhere more affordable.
It's so true. Countries in Southeast Asia, parts of Eastern Europe, Central America, and South America often provide excellent value. You can enjoy affordable hotels, delicious local food, reliable transportation, and rich cultural experiences, all for a fraction of what you'd pay in, say, Western Europe or North America. Researching the average daily travel cost before booking is just smart.
Definitely. Sometimes just changing your destination can literally double the length of your vacation without increasing your expenses. And speaking of timing, my third tip is to travel during the off-season. Prices rise dramatically during school holidays, major festivals, and peak vacation times.
Oh, tell me about it. Trying to book anything around Christmas or summer holidays is just brutal. If your schedule allows, traveling during the shoulder season, that's just before or after peak season, or even the true off-season, offers so many benefits. Lower airfare, cheaper accommodations, shorter lines, fewer crowds. It's a win-win.
Absolutely. Hotels often reduce prices significantly when demand is lower, flights become more affordable, and even local tours might offer discounts. A little flexibility with your dates can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. My fourth strategy, and often the biggest hurdle for people, is to find affordable flights.
Airfare is usually the largest travel expense, but thankfully it's also one of the easiest places to save money. My go-to is always to compare prices across multiple booking platforms, set fare alerts, and definitely book several weeks or months in advance for international travel.
And flexibility is key here too, right? being open to different departure or arrival airports, or even adjusting your travel dates by a day or two. Sometimes flying into a nearby city and taking a train or bus can reduce your costs dramatically. I've done that so many times.
Yes, red-eye flights and weekday departures are almost always less expensive than weekend travel. Small adjustments can really produce big savings here. My fifth tip is closely related. Pack smart and travel light. Many travelers, myself included in my early days, tend to overpack.
Guilty! And then you get hit with those dreadful baggage fees. Traveling with only a carry-on is a game changer. You avoid those fees, spend less time waiting at airports, reduce the risk of lost luggage, and just generally move around so much more easily. It's liberating.
It truly is. I always recommend choosing clothing that mixes and matches, packing layers instead of bulky items, and only bringing what you'll actually use. If you forget something, you can almost always buy it at your destination. Which brings us to our sixth point. Stay in budget-friendly accommodations.
Luxury hotels are wonderful, but they're rarely necessary. Budget travelers have so many fantastic options now. Hostels, guest houses, vacation rentals, even family-run inns or homestays. Many of these include free breakfast, kitchen access, or laundry facilities.
Oh, having a kitchen alone can save a significant amount by allowing you to prepare simple meals. I always make sure to read recent reviews before booking, because cleanliness, safety, and location matter more than luxury. A comfortable place to sleep is often all you really need.
Exactly! And speaking of meals, my seventh tip is to eat like a local. Food is one of the greatest parts of traveling, but it's also one of the easiest ways to overspend. Ditch the tourist traps!
Absolutely. Instead of eating every meal in tourist restaurants, explore local neighborhoods. Visit food markets, street vendors, family-owned restaurants, or neighborhood cafes. Not only will you save money, but you'll often enjoy fresher and more authentic cuisine.
And if your accommodation has a kitchen, prepare breakfast or dinner occasionally. Even replacing one restaurant meal each day can lead to substantial savings over the course of a trip. For point number 8, we're talking about getting around. Use public transportation.
Transportation expenses add up so quickly. Instead of relying on taxis or ride-sharing services, use public transportation whenever possible. Many cities offer metro systems, buses, trams, regional trains, and even bike-sharing programs. It's usually inexpensive, efficient, and gives you a much better understanding of everyday local life.
Walking is even better! So many famous cities are best explored on foot. You'll discover hidden streets, local shops, beautiful parks, and unexpected attractions that many tourists miss. My ninth tip is to focus on free and low-cost experiences.
Some of the best travel memories cost absolutely nothing. Many cities offer incredible free attractions, historic neighborhoods, museums on free admission days, public gardens, local festivals, markets, hiking trails, scenic viewpoints, beaches, and even free walking tours.
Seriously, you can research free activities before your trip. Many tourism offices publish lists of free events. Remember, memorable experiences aren't always expensive. Sometimes they're completely free. And that leads us to our 10th point. Travel slowly instead of rushing.
This is a big one for both budget and overall enjoyment. One of the biggest mistakes travelers make is trying to see everything. Moving to a new city every day just increases transportation costs and creates so much stress.
Exactly! Slow travel allows you to spend less on transportation, negotiate better accommodation prices, truly discover local culture, avoid constantly packing and unpacking, and actually enjoy a more relaxing experience. Instead of visiting 5 cities in 7 days, explore 1 or 2 cities more deeply. You'll spend less and often enjoy your trip much more.
For our 11th tip, let's talk about taking advantage of rewards programs. Many airlines, hotel chains, and booking platforms offer free loyalty programs. It's a no-brainer to join them before your trip.
Definitely! Over time, you'll earn points that can be redeemed for discounted flights, free hotel stays, room upgrades, or special promotions. And if you use a travel rewards credit card responsibly, everyday purchases can actually help fund future adventures.
Just a quick note on that never spend money simply to earn points. The rewards only make sense if you avoid paying interest. That's key. Our 12th strategy is to protect your budget with travel insurance. Some travelers skip this to save money, but it can be one of the most expensive mistakes.
Oh, Paul, this is such an important point. Medical emergencies, canceled flights, lost luggage, unexpected delays, these can cost thousands of dollars. Travel insurance provides peace of mind and financial protection. It's like protecting your entire travel investment. Hopefully you'll never need it, but if you do, you'll be incredibly glad you planned ahead.
Seriously. Now for number 13, learn basic local phrases. Learning a few simple words in the local language can improve your travel experience in unexpected ways.
Even just hello, thank you, please, and how much can help you connect with locals. People often appreciate the effort, and those positive interactions can lead to helpful recommendations, better service, and unforgettable experiences that guidebooks simply can't provide. It's a small effort for a huge return.
Totally. Our penultimate tip, number 14, is to limit souvenir spending. Many travelers spend hundreds of dollars on souvenirs they'll rarely use, and they end up just collecting dust at home.
Instead of buying expensive items everywhere, focus on meaningful keepsakes, local snacks, small handcrafted items, postcards, magnets, or even just taking tons of photographs. A travel journal is also a fantastic souvenir. Honestly, the best souvenir is often the memory itself. Photos, conversations, and experiences usually last much longer than expensive gifts.
That's a perfect lead-in to our final and most important lesson of all, Emily. This is the mindset shift we promised. Build memories, not luxury. Luxury isn't what makes a trip unforgettable.
It's so true! The moments you'll remember are often surprisingly simple. Watching the sunrise from a quiet beach, sharing a meal with new friends, getting lost in a charming old town, listening to street musicians, trying local food for the first time. These experiences cost little or nothing at all, yet they often become the highlights of a lifetime.
Travel is ultimately about discovering places, cultures, and people, not collecting expensive hotel receipts. Traveling the world on a small budget isn't about being cheap, it's about being intentional. When you plan wisely, stay flexible, and focus on experiences rather than luxury, you'll discover that the world is far more accessible than you ever imagined.
Let's quickly recap today's strategies because there were so many great ones. First, create a realistic travel budget. Second, choose affordable destinations. Third, travel during the off-season. Fourth, find the best flight deals. Fifth, pack light. Sixth, stay in budget-friendly accommodations.
Then, eat where the locals eat. Use public transportation. Enjoy free attractions. Travel slowly. Join rewards programs. Protect yourself with travel insurance. Learn basic local phrases. Spend less on souvenirs. And finally, focus on experiences instead of luxury.
Remember, you don't need unlimited money to explore the world. You simply need curiosity, preparation, and the willingness to travel differently. Some of the happiest travelers aren't the ones staying in five-star hotels. They're the ones embracing new cultures, meeting incredible people, and appreciating every journey, no matter the budget.
Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's your number one budget travel tip? Or which destination gave you the best value for your money? Share your experiences in the comments below. You might just inspire someone else to take the trip they've been dreaming about.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more travel guides, money-saving tips, and destination inspiration from around the world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember,
the world is much closer than you think. Safe travels, everyone, and we'll see you in the next adventure.